Yo, what's up, YouTube? My name is Daniel.
I'm Stefan.
And today we're here to review One Piece 783, Gear 4. Ugh. Guys, the hype for this chapter
It's too good.
is just...
Too good.
My God. It's just like the necessary hype because we didn't have a chapter last week, and then Oda just comes in like, I know you guys didn't have a chapter, but trust me, it will be good. And man, did he deliver. So,
The chapter opens up with Luffy going into Gear 4. In Gear 4, first he starts off by inflating his muscles. Not his arm, but his muscles. And so it kind of looks like a crossbreed between Gear 2nd and 3rd. In the way that he comes out, like, he has, like, bigger arms and are more ripped and small feet. And he has, like, the steam going around behind him, which just looks sick. I love the design of Gear 4, everything about it. Apparently, Luffy retains his elasticity, but with armament hockey on top of it, he can be hard too. So, him bursting on Don Flamingo is just ridiculous. He's wrecking Don Flamingo.
Don Flamingo's getting wrecked right now, and
he's just wrecking.
It's so funny to see Don Flamingo like,
oh my God,
not like he's baffled right now because he's trying to figure out Luffy's trying to figure out like, yo, how is he so like elastic, but you know his size has gotten bigger. He's so bouncy, but he's still doing this much damage, and he's still this fast. And to see Dofi just like getting pounded, you know, like just wrecked, and you know him looking up like what, like how is this happening? And it's just like, I'm Luffy, bruh.
At one point, Don Flamingo gets like knocked by a con gun all the way down to like a plaza, and the guy says, "What are you doing here?" And Don Flamingo doesn't even know himself. He's just like, "I would ask the same question." And Luffy, also in the way that Luffy came down to him, apparently Luffy can kind of use his own version of moonwalk, where he just like bounces through the sky, and it's kind of like Geppo. Luffy comes down and just starts going in on Don Flamingo over again.
Just total wreck. So, Don Flamingo is now getting wrecked by, you know, we see Luffy unveiling, you know, his new moves that he's dropping on Dofi, just like straight.
Con gun, Rhino Howitzer, and the Python Cannon.
And he is just going into town. And it's funny because while this fighting, you know, is going on, Cavendish and Law are having like, you know, a small little conversation. And Cavendish is explaining to Law, you know, if you put your arm, you know, if you get your arm on properly and blood starts flowing, you know, it'll heal. And Law just looks at him like, I'm a doctor.
Yeah, he's like, I'm a doctor. I know how this goes, man.
Yeah, so then Cavendish explains that, you know, at the end of this fight, you know, if Luffy does win, that, you know, the whole pirate crew, including Law, you know, are going to be on the world's government, like, in their crosshairs. And, you know, that's funny, you know, it's interesting, actually, to discuss that because we've always seen, like, the world government interact with, you know, the Straw Hats, but they've always interacted with them because, you know, let's say, like, Luffy was, you know, at an island or someplace, the Marines just happened to be there, you know, so they were already there for some other reason, and then they happen to stumble upon Luffy. They're like, yo, that's a Straw Hat pirate, that's Monkey D. Luffy, yo, his bounty is... It's going to be interesting now to see if, you know, when Luffy beats Dofi, seeing as how this is what, like, his third
Shibashi.
His third Shibashi, that he's just, like, completely wrecked. So it's interesting to see that, is the world government actually in a place, like, you know what, when they send out, like, the fleet members or admirals, like, yo, we need Monkey D. Luffy, like, so it's going to be interesting to see, are they going to actively pursue Luffy, you know, as the Straw Hat crew? That's going to be interesting also.
I can't wait to see the bounties go up. I really want to know what Luffy's bounty is after this, because kicking Don Flamingo's ass,
it's got to be up there.
Like, it's got to be way up there now. I mean, like, Shanks level. Well, not Shanks level.
Not Shanks level.
But
maybe
like
above 500.
At least 500.
It's
Don Flamingo.
Like,
it's Don Flamingo, man.
Alright, so anyways, guys, the chapter continues, and Luffy is just unveiling all of his new moves onto Doflamingo, and we get a panel where Luffy sends Doflamingo to the ground, and Doflamingo's looking up, and Luffy is about to activate Python, and Doflamingo uses his athletic thread to get, you know, close to Luffy, so he just appears, and Luffy...
But Luffy says, no!
And that was just hilarious when he hit him.
It's like,
and Luffy's like,
bounce back.
Yeah, like you forgot the main problem with
he's
me.
a bounce man now.
Yeah,
man.
you were bringing up the fact that I'm elastic and I'm bouncy. Why would you not think that I could just, take a punch and then just bounce it off? And it's funny because the python that we saw Luffy launch just before Dofi did that counterattack, it like curved through the air, it came back, and it punched Dofi in the face.
Like a python.
Pretty much. So like a python, how it, constricts and contracts, Luffy basically contracted his arm, and instead of keeping it small, he was like, you know what? You're about to get this full fist right now. And he just left it big and just, you gonna get these hands. And he got those hands.
Going to some small points in the chapter, we see that Zoro is actually trying to stop the birdcage. I don't know what he's gonna do, but I mean, this would be the perfect job for Zoro because, like, the strings are sharp. He has sharp swords. So maybe he can buy Luffy a little bit more time in that. Another thing that we want to go into is, like, the consequence of Gear 4th. As we know, when Luffy uses Gear 2nd, he gets really physically tired, and when he uses Gear 3rd, he shrinks. So I think that the consequence for Gear 4th will probably be a mixture of both. Luffy will get probably physically tired, or possibly end up just being flat. Don Flamingo, well, even though Don Flamingo is getting, like, bursted right now, or erect, it's just like, I don't know if he's taking that much damage because the Kong Punch, usually knocked, like, it should have knocked him out. And, like,
especially the hit to the head. Like, that should have been automatic amnesia, concussions, but, seeing as how he is Doflamingo, he withstood the attack.
I mean, all the damage from Lalo and things like that. But, as One Piece goes, we haven't seen a really big move from Luffy. As in, like, the sure kill move, like the one-hit KO. We haven't seen that. And we also haven't seen Don Flamingo really step it up. Like, he's been serious about this fight, but we haven't really seen him use, like, his one-hit KO.
Yeah, or his, like, signature, move that he uses. So, I mean, guys, this chapter was just so much hype. I can't wait to see it animated. And, oh my god. We didn't get a chapter last week, so Oda just came back and said, hey guys, I got you. Here you go.
Thank you, Oda.
Here's a surprise. And I said Gear 4th was happening, and Dofi's getting wrecked. What more could you ask for? What more could you ask for?
I'm going to give this chapter a 9 out of 10. I love Gear 4th. I love the design. I love everything that's happening in the manga right now. Zoro, I want to see what Zoro does to stop Birdcage. And I know that after this, One Piece just goes off. Because after this, the world government is going to be hounding Luffy and Law. And I just want to see what new trials and tribulations they go across.
Yeah, I'm going to give this chapter, guys, a 9 as well. And I just wish I had access to the next chapter just to see, like, where this fight is going. And we're opting out since Naruto made a surprise appearance. Roll Gaiden is back out. And we are going to go straight in for Naruto. So check back to the channel. We're going to have the Naruto up. It should be up by tomorrow. So just check back, guys. All right?
And leave a comment and tell us what you want to see in the future.
Yeah, so leave a comment, guys, on what anime or manga that you might want us to review. Also, leave your thoughts on Gear 4th. How did you like the design for Luffy? Did you not like it? Tell us how you feel. So don't forget to like the video, guys. Subscribe if you like, and don't forget to leave a comment. Thank you guys for watching.